It is the weekly win streak. We are back in action. My hat makes my head look super small and my ears super big. And it's a cool hat, but I'm not happy about that. T, we're back in action. We're ready for dubs, ready for wins, ready for all good things. Big slate, hoops, NBA, not a lot of great games in college basketball. There's a few, like I said, there's a few good games that we can look at and analyze. A few good games in the NBA. But how are you, man? How are you?
Man, we're doing good, and we're going to cash today, bro. I can feel it. I mean, it feels like we've gotten every bad beat in the book, so it's only a matter of time before we actually stop getting these bad beats here and we win. I've got a good feeling today, dude. I can feel my loins today. Got a good night's sleep last night, so I'm ready to rock today, man.
He's got a feeling in those berries. Good things are happening. Okay.
Good things are definitely happening. But yeah, man, yesterday it had Cincinnati -2.5. They win by 2. We did get a little lucky on Ja Morant, but I had De'Aaron Fox over PRA. De'Aaron Fox was 6 for 21 from the field. You know what they say, man? When it rains, it pours.
Yeah. That was exactly the way yesterday was. Should have went 5-3. We went 3-5. Listen, we talked about this in the green room, but Evan Mobley he had 25 points and rebounds. I needed him to have 26, so that's not great. And he didn't play the last 9 minutes of the game. And then we had the Lakers disaster. I should have just, what fucking pisses me off? I don't even care. Whatever happened. I knew in my free play video, I literally said, I think I'm signing up for a trap here, but I don't care. I can't help it. What? Why? What in my mind was like, yeah, I want to bet this anyways. And exactly what happened. Lakers win by 8 when it's supposed to be Lakers -9. So that's, we get it out. It's all out. And now we breathe in only victory. Victory air. Yes, it's in. Husa. Okay. So we got college. We got college hoops. We got NBA. I feel like I only have one NBA play. We can end it with the part. Do you want to do NBA first? Okay,
Let's
NBA.
do it.
T, you are the NBA savant, the king of NBA, the NBA maestro. I know you have something for us, maybe even more than something. Some things. Tell me about it.
Yeah, we're going DeMar DeRozan over 7.5 rebounds and assists. It's -130 now. So when De'Aaron Fox is either not on the roster or when he was inactive and DeRozan played, he went over in 9 out of 12 games. With Zach LaVine on the team, he's over in his last 7 games. The Jazz are giving up the 6th most rebounds per game, 4th most assists in the league. This game is a total in the 230s, the 9-point spread here. Every single thing I can think of is lined up here on DeRozan going off in this game tonight. The Jazz are not a great rebounding team. They're definitely missing some bigger guys that help them as well inside with the rebounding part of things. I think DeRozan crashes the boards. I think he gets assists. They run the offense through him. Now DeMar DeRozan goes off here, so we'll back him.
Yeah, I love DeMar. I backed him a lot and played him a lot early in the season. Then I got to stop being so vindictive because he's cashing. He hurt me like 3 times in a row. I said, no, you're done. And now he's cooking again. Sometimes you got to not be vindictive. I really like that play. And, I mean, really, it's him and LaVine. Sabonis still hasn't really taken over offensively the way that I thought he would. But, it is what it is there. I really do like that play. Guys, I only have one play in the NBA, so I'm going to make sure T doesn't have another one to give you. Do you have any other?
Not yet. I'm waiting on key injuries. Jaylen Brown just got ruled out, so that was kind of something I was waiting on.
Interesting. Jaylen Brown ruled out for the Boston Celtics. Okay. Guys, my one NBA play is in the Raptors-Pacers game. It's a 3-leg. Yeah. It's a game that nobody cares about, really, but
no, I like this game. Actually.
Really? Okay. A couple of different trends come into play here, and I think it's a perfect storm. So the first angle that I'm looking at is a large spread with a large total. There's going to be points scored in a lot of them. And then the other angle that I'm looking at is from an injury situational standpoint. Oh, we got Mark's High Roller in here.
Yeah, Mark, drop your pick for us in the chat, man. Garrett, Scotty Barnes is officially ruled out.
Okay, well, fuck all that. I don't have any NBA plays. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, let me double check that, but I'm pretty sure he just got ruled out. Let's see here. Yeah, I think Mark's right on this one, to be honest with y'all. I'm eyeing down this play myself. I either want to take the over in this game or I want to take this play right here. All right, here we go. Karl Anthony Towns knee still questionable. Tyrese Halliburton groin expected to play. Where is he at on here? Scotty Barnes. Did I imagine that? Scotty Barnes ruled out Wednesday with a hip injury. So what that means, bro, is that leg of your parlay will void, but the other two legs will still be active, which, if anything, helps out your RJ Barrett play. So what I was going to say I actually like in this game is I like the look in this game on RJ Barrett over his point prop. I think it's at 21.5 now. I don't know if it moved again. That's something I'm going to check on when we get done with this stream here before I send out my final plays to my clients. But I actually think this is a pretty good spot for RJ Barrett here. If Scotty Barnes is out currently right now, Indiana's giving up the third most points per game in the paint scored. RJ Barrett likes to get to the rack, not shooting a ton of threes. Indiana's actually guarding the 3-point line well, but they're not doing shit inside right now. I think they were like third in threes, 3-pointers made allowed per game in the last 3 games, but they're giving up the third most points per game in the paint. So they're guarding the perimeter. They're not guarding the paint. I think RJ Barrett will get to the hole on him. No Barnes here. I think he goes over 21.5 points. So I was definitely looking at that one. A couple others I've been looking at is the Pistons plus the points for the reasons Mark said, and also too kind of looking at the spread on not only am I looking at the Pistons plus the points, but I'm also looking at the over here. Here's something interesting. ESPN's matchup predictor, they're like BPI or whatever they call it, actually says the Pistons have a 53% chance to win this game outright, and they're the underdog.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah. So the power index says the Pistons should be favored here.
Pistons are solid. They've been solid lately, man.
Yeah, something's up with that number. I mean, that's a short number here. Celtics on a back-to-back, which is also interesting as well. So that's something to keep your eye out on. Other plays I'm looking at, Şengün over points, rebounds, and assists. The Spurs giving up rebounding-wise and points in the paint-wise. They're dead last in the league in their last 3 games. Part of that's Wemby being out here. The Rockets might just beat the snot out of them, though, but I think I definitely like that look. Yeah, I know Jaylen Brown's out. I don't necessarily like to make a bet, though, just because a player's out. I mean, if you've learned anything in the NBA, players in and out really don't matter as much as we think they do. But I do agree with you, Mark. I think that you're on the right play there in that game. So those are kind of what I'm looking at right now in the NBA. Let's see if there was anything else I was looking towards as well. Even the Rockets spread might be a decent play at 8.5. Oh, Portland minus 6.5 against the Wizards. I mean, the Wizards just got a win. Portland's been playing great basketball in their last 10 games. I would wait for the Knicks-Sixers game to see if Towns gets ruled in. It feels like a circle the wagon spot and cover easily here for the Knicks. I mean, at what point is Maxey and George going to be out for the season and the Sixers just pack it in completely? The Sixers need to tank here so they can get they can keep their draft pick. Their draft pick is top 7 protected. If it's anything higher than that, they won't get it. So that's interesting. I also do think the Clippers are in a decent bounce back spot against the Bulls. The Bulls literally gave up Zach LaVine to get the rights to their draft pick back. So, I mean, that tells you enough right here. The Bulls are not serious about winning. Vucevic is out in this game as well. And it looks like that Ayo Dosunmu will possibly be out. The Bulls are starting Lonzo Ball, Zach Collins, Kobe White, Josh Giddey, and Buzelis. So, I mean, I think the Bulls might be liable to get smacked up. Yeah, I like Knicks first half. I think that's a good look. Hey, we got Sharp Dimes in the chat as well, baby. Guys, Sharp Dimes got one of the same picks I'm about to drop for y'all right now in college hoops. With that being said, let's take a drop step over to college hoops and dunk one in the hoop. Bro, since you didn't give a free play in the last segment, you're up, my boy.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. Let's rock and roll here. So, a couple of games I really do like on the college hoops slate. The one game I'm going to focus in on here is Texas A&M. Texas A&M minus 6.5 is what I really like. It's minus 130, or it was this morning. I just don't think Vanderbilt is it. They're not it, especially on the road. And there's just a couple of key indicators in terms of numbers that I see. They're 1-5 against the spread as away dogs. They're 4-7 against the spread as underdogs in general. And A&M is 9-3-1 against the spread as home favorites. So, and it's just a bad matchup for Vanderbilt. It's a bad matchup. A&M is really good on the glass, especially the offensive glass, and Vanderbilt struggles to clean the defensive glass. Also, A&M has two really, really strong scorers on the perimeter, and Wade Taylor and Phelps, and Vanderbilt doesn't have anybody to defend them out on the perimeter. I think A&M is going to actually be able to score with them, and is going to be able to stop them from scoring. And I'm actually a bit surprised that the line is what it is. I really thought we were going to get a more generous line, and that's what I was hoping for, considering Vanderbilt just won against Ole Miss, and it was a pretty nice win, and A&M's fucked us back-to-back. So, listen, this is the last chance for them. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times. J. Cool says like something about the peace sign, so that's what I got for them. A&M -6.5.
I love that play. Actually, I don't know if you said this or not, but Texas A&M didn't they hit like 1 3-pointer in the second half last game or something?
Yeah, they couldn't hit a shot. I don't know the exact number, but they couldn't hit a shot. They're a really good team. I feel confident in them. I just have to back them. I have to back them here. All the numbers say to back them.
No, I like that bet a lot. I think that's definitely going to smack, to be honest with you. I actually looked at this one. Texas A&M is in a great bounce back spot. Next play up on the slate here for us, I will go in college hoops as well. We got Oregon State tonight taking on the San Francisco Dons. We'll take Oregon State here minus the 2.5 points. It might have gone to 3.5. I still like it, though. San Francisco played Oregon State earlier this season at San Francisco. San Francisco won this game by 11 points, but they shot 13 of 22 from 3, which is a ridiculous percentage and a ton of threes for a college basketball game. On top of that, Oregon State went 1 for 9 from the 3-point line in that game. So they got outshot by 12 3-pointers, and they lost the game by 11 points. On top of that, Oregon State is 14-2 against the spread when playing at home this season, and San Francisco hasn't played well on the road. St. Mary's beat them by double digits. Gonzaga beat them by double digits. Washington State beat them by double digits. I think San Francisco is due here for an L. They've had a good season. They're a good team, but Oregon State at the house, get right spot. Give me the Beavers, baby, to get it done in Corvallis.
Yeah, I like that. I think the line tells you everything you need to know there. Doesn't make any sense, which is why I like it. The only reason I didn't take it is because Oregon State lost straight up to some fucking dog shit team a couple weeks back, and that was that for me. Minus 13.5. They should have cooked them. I think it was like Pepperdine or Pacific or some shit, and they lost straight up. I don't know. It was Portland. The fucking Pilots. Damn Pilots, man. Anyways, yeah, Georgetown plus 14.5 is probably the way I'd play that game, but I wouldn't play it. I just think there's better games on the board. I don't trust UConn to cover. Ever. As a favorite, as a dog, I don't trust them to cover. I don't think they're good. They have a turnover problem. They have an attitude problem. Their coach is the problem. He is a cancer. They need to get that guy some freaking Xanax and just tell him to chill out, call the plays. He's freaking just lost in his own mind. But, yeah, I like that play. Oregon State, the Beavs. Chomping on some freaking... Oh, never mind. I'm not going to say that. Okay. But the Beavs...
What were you going to say?
Chomping on the wood. But, because they eat the trees. But as I started to say it, I'm like, you know what? That could go a couple of different directions. We're not even going to go there. I do like Oregon State. I'll give you guys one more play in college hoops that I like, and then I'll give you guys a money line parlay that I did as a no sweat bet, since I couldn't give you an NBA play. So I was in between giving you a play in the Arizona game or the Kentucky game. I feel like nobody cares about the Arizona game. So we're probably going to go with the Kentucky game. But I'll tell you, you might want to look Arizona. Anyways, Kentucky, they're getting Lamont Butler and Jackson Robinson back today. I I understand, like, Kentucky is hard to trust and they haven't been super consistent this year. But this is a team that's gone on the road and beat Tennessee, gone on the road and beat Mississippi State, beat Duke on a neutral site. This team, when healthy, is top 10. There's no denying it. And one win for Oklahoma does not change the fact that this team has gotten dog walked by everyone, basically everyone. Oklahoma fouls a ton. They don't defend the 3-point line. Kentucky is going to drive and dish. They rim in three more than any team in the SEC outside of Alabama, and that's what they do. They drive the lane. They're going to get to the free throw line. They're going to out-rebound Oklahoma like they have in games past. And Oklahoma's 5-9 against the spread in the SEC. I think getting Kentucky here as marginal favorites is such good value. I understand the hesitancy to take it, but I just can't. You can't. I feel like this is a must play. Kentucky minus 2.5.
Yeah, so I actually looked at some stats here in Kentucky. This as a road, because I looked at the over in this game as a road favorite is actually 0-3 to the under this season by 15.5 points per game. So I think this is good for you here because they just gave up like 90 points to Alabama. So I think they're going to come correct here and try to slow this game down and play a lot more defensive style of play. Oklahoma, not a great team. We've talked about a million times how Vegas has shown that they're obviously against Oklahoma in multiple games this season. So I think all these things are setting up pretty well for you here, bro, to take a dub.
Nice. I would really like that. And I would also really like if my dog would not do nasty things in my kitchen, but it may be over for me.
Did he pee in there?
Hey, Gucci! And the whole nation's watching you.
Motherfucker better not be taking a visit there right now. Let's get one more play though here in college hoops. You know what? I gave out a different play on the other stream we were on, so you know what? I'm going to give out a completely different play here for this stream. A different play, guys. That's right. If you watch both streams, you're going to get a different one right here. Fuck it. We're winning tonight, so I'm going to go ahead and throw it out here. I refuse to lose tonight. North Dakota State and South Dakota. We're going over the total of 171 in this game. South Dakota is one of the strongest over teams in all of college basketball. In fact, they're the second best team to the over. They're 20-6 to the over this season. And as an away underdog, they're not only 6-3 to the over, but they're 9-4 in general to the over as an underdog this season. Meanwhile, North Dakota State, they're 9-2 to the over this season as a home favorite, and they just scored 103 points against South Dakota earlier this season. So that was at South Dakota. Now they're at the house against them. On top of that, these are great over teams. North Dakota State's 33rd in offensive adjusted efficiency, while they're ranked 271st in defensive adjusted efficiency. South Dakota is ranked 334th in adjusted defensive efficiency as well. I mean, neither of these teams play any kind of defense. They press the entire game. This game's going to get up and down here. A lot of shots going to be chucked up, lots of fouling, all that good stuff here. This game should fly over the total here. I think there'll be 180 plus points scored in this game. So I'll take the over here in this game tonight.
Yeah, I like that. I actually looked at that too. It was at 169. Went back and looked at it. It was at 170. Went back and looked at it. It's at 171. I'm like, all right, fuck this. Like, seriously. I thought it was just to keep getting steamed, but I don't know. It might have slowed.
Yeah, I jumped in at 171, so it's at 171.5.
Bro, I feel like this shit is going to, I think, over 180. Easy. I mean, this could literally, like you said, they scored, 103, 108 points?
Yeah, and also if you look at the Summit as well, it's like Denver and there's another one as well have bottom 30 defenses, and if you look, they scored 90 plus on both of them.
Yeah.
So I think we can get there. It's Denver and I can't remember who the other team is.
Yeah, dude, I know there's another team out there. It's not like Omaha or anything like that, but it's one of those teams. Omaha, Kansas City, some bullshit like that. It's a fucking bad team out there, though, for sure.
It might be Oral Roberts.
Oh, it might be. Oral Roberts is dog shit. But, all right, guys. I'm going to give you a no-sweat 0.5 unit parlay.
It is Oral Roberts,
okay,
by the way.
It's Oral. That's what I prefer when I'm tired. Just to lay back. Yeah. Anyways. Okay. So we're going to take Mississippi. We're going to take Michigan State plus 10.5. We're going to take A&M money line. So that's all obviously an alt line. The standard line was 4.5 when I made the parlay. Bought it up to 10.5. There's no way they're losing by 10.5. 5, 6, 7, whatever you want to make there. But this is plus 604 on a parlay, no boost. Michigan State plus 10.5. A&M money line. Kentucky money line. Arkansas money line. BYU money line.
I like all those.
I'm telling you, if BYU fucks me, I've bet against them so many times, and they win every time. So if I bet on them tonight and they lose, who the fuck are they playing? Some dog shit team? Like,
yeah.
I don't even know who they're playing. It doesn't matter. They're winning. They're favored by 4.5. That's all I know. Arizona State. That's who it is. Fucking ass.
Okay.
Fade both the Hurley brothers. Fade them. They got problems.
Fade them, baby. You heard it first.
Bro. What? Somebody says bro in the chat. Hello.
What is up, brother?
Matthew Stafford.
I don't know.
To the Browns?
How do you feel about that, bro?
There's no fucking chance. He would never come here. Listen, if you want my firm opinion, I think he stays on the West Coast. So it's either going to be Los Angeles or it's going to be San Francisco or he's retiring. That's it.
Okay. There's
no way he's coming to the East Coast for any of these teams. I personally think he doesn't even want to play for an outdoors team. But if you're talking about it, I think San Francisco's they play in Santa Clara or some shit like that. But anyways, like pretty good weather there. I see him staying on the West Coast or retiring.
Okay, that's an interesting take right there. Yeah, I have no idea what he's going to do, to be honest with you. But all right, let's unfortunately, guys, I hate to cut the stream short here to the end here because I know they want to debate this, but I got to write up 3 more plays to send out to my subscribers here. So yeah, and I need to write them up in a timely manner here. So with that being said, let's get some fucking money tonight, bro. Anything else from you?
No, wait, Dimes, are you fading me? Everyone's fading me. That's okay. Fade me. I'll fade away like 2-3, hitting that fucking jumper in your face. Bang.
Oh, there it is. Let's go, bro.
See you guys.